support.
The maestro, please!
Last week of spring, and it's ending us off decently. Not really in terms of genre diversity, but we do have a number of albums to talk about. This'll be for the week of
June 17th. 2023.
On this day in music back in 1972, the rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, or just Ziggy Stardust, David Bowie's fifth studio album would be released, regarded as one of his best and one of the best albums of all time, a concept album and rock opera detailing how Ziggy Stardust, an androgynous and bisexual rock star, is sent to Earth to save us from an impending apocalypse. I know Ludovico Einaudi has a new album out. That'll inevitably get up here, right?
Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
Not too long ago, I talked about the Nat King Cole album Forgettable, which is just a remaster of the Unforgettable Nat King Cole, same track list and everything. Well, now the Unforgettable Nat King Cole is up here, but I didn't see fit to cover it because, again, same album as the one we talked about before.
Singing.
Album number 8 from Avenged Sevenfold. Normally, I will not play the title track if it is so drastically different from the rest of the album, but this one I'm making a special exception because the guitarist, Sinister Gates, actually learned how to play the piano and practice this part in order to perform it himself and not hire some other pianist. Album number 11 from the Foo Fighters, and their first since Taylor Hawkins passed, unfortunately, last year. The drummer we have now is Josh Freese, who's also played with the Vandals and Devo.
I only talk to God when I need a favor, and
Having previously done R&B, rap, and indie records, we now have his first country/rock album, given this is being marketed as a country album, but it's number 1 on the rock charts right now, which is a trend I'm noticing a lot with some country artists these days.
Fuck my hoe, fuck that bitch. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. Leave me alone, don't text my phone. It is what it is, I'm on what you on.
Mixtape number 17 from Moneybagg, yo. Fun fact, this was originally going to drop on May 26th, but then that lined up with Taylor Swift's re-releases of her Midnights album, so they delayed it to June 2nd.
I can hear you screaming out, calling me. It's my fault, made you fall for me.
The second soundtrack album from the Spider-Verse series for the second movie, Across the Spider-Verse. This one done by Metro Boomin. We'll see if we do a pop analysis on one of the songs from here, considering a good number of them have popped up on the Hot 100 now. We weren't able to get one more EDM album for spring. Let's see what summer gives us.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please!
It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero.
Back to the normal version of the album. We'll still probably be talking about this for at least a few more weeks, considering the tour is still happening.
Just come over and bite me.
EP number 4 from ENHYPEN, selling over 1 million copies in South Korea on its first day. It has a vampire theme, apparently, which would be in line with their webtoon series Dark Moon, The Blood Altar.
I only talk to God when I need a favor, and
Talk about a jump in the charts. His previous album, Ballads of the Broken, in 2021, was at 159. His only other 2 albums that were on the Billboard 200 were Self-Medicated at 110 and A Beautiful Disaster in 97. So the genre change really did pay off for him.
I know that last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said.
It's funny because out of the 36 tracks on this album, Wallen only has writing credits on 14 of them, less than half.
Curious like M&S class, best of the best on first class. I'm up above the world.
Studio album number 4 from Stray Kids, their third Korean one, very much capitalizing on the gap in the market right now, considering that BTS has to serve their military time, given we did just talk about ENHYPEN not too long ago. And that's a wrap on spring. Come back next week when we get into summer.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please! Maestro!